Well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Happy 2023. It's been a while. Sorry for the part of 2022. I did not do any videos, just been going through a lot family stuff and different things going on. We're gonna start 2023 with a bang and we're gonna finish it with a bang. You guys know me, the rules are exactly the same. I don't do retake, I don't film stuff and delete stuff. I don't I like to show imperfection. I don't believe anybody's perfect and I don't expect anybody to be perfect, which is why I just roll the camera, film it, and then post it for you guys. Just add a couple little things. Again, happy 2022. Um, Quick and simple. This video is dedicated to my grandmother. She's basically my role model. She was buried yesterday, so congrats to her. So my whole 2023 is gonna be dedicated to her, and going forward, I hope I can be half of the person that her and her husband was. So if anything, and my family members attended the funeral yesterday. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it because I'm living in the country. As you guys don't know, my grandmother was born on the island. She was born in Haiti, so they had the funeral yesterday, and I want to thank everybody who attended the funeral. She had my uncle, who's basically the main one who organized the funeral. I don't want to post anything because I don't want to invade the family's privacy, but he sent her well, did the school after her name. They buried her in the house where, she lived basically her entire life. She was 97, getting close to 98. She lived a wonderful life. She lived a great life. And again, I can tell you guys, her and her husband were probably the two most influential people in my life. I don't usually follow celebrities, so I follow real life examples. And those were my real life examples in life. They were great people. They lived a modest life. She had 9 kids, and all her kids, she did the best she could. And she has a bunch of grandkids right now who are doing their best, and I'm trying to stay in contact with everybody. Again, this video is dedicated to her, and the best thing I can do to commemorate her life is basically be the best person that I can be, which is the last time I spoke to her. That was her last message to me. One major regret, I really wish I could have, towards the last few years, I was able to spend a lot more time with her, but unfortunately, that's one of those things that didn't happen. But the messages and the things she taught me are the reason I am who I am today, which is why I'm always very confident in who I am. I try to be my best version every day, every single day. I try to learn from my mistakes. I try not to repeat my mistakes. All of those things are lessons she taught me at an early age. So thank you, Grandma. Thank you, Grandpa. I don't want to get all emotional, but I want to thank them for making me the person that I am today. And I want to tell you guys, one of the biggest thing was trying to be honest even when people are not looking. So if you appreciate my videos, you like what I've been posting, which is the reason why I don't compromise myself also, is because of them. Again, rest in peace, Grandma. Thank you. Love you. I know you and your husband are in the right place right now, and hopefully one day we will see each other again. Again, this video is dedicated to her. And great job by my uncle and the family for putting on one of the best funerals I ever seen, and she would have loved it, and I'm sure she loved it. Again, let's get to the video. Happy 23. And again, I can tell you guys, 2023 is not gonna be different from 2022 if you continue to do the same thing you've been doing. People always have New Year's resolution. They're like, well, this is gonna happen and this is not gonna happen. I can tell you, if you continue the same behavior, You doing the same thing, 2022 will be exactly like 2023 or even worse. So people will say, people always ask me all the time, Jackson, should I have New Year's resolution? I would say no. Evaluate, adjust, and then try to remain constant with those adjustments. So you guys know I'm a big believer on, if you want to be you got to be the best version of yourself. Now, how do you become the best version of yourself? I always break life down into 4 different separate categories. You got your mentals, you got your physical, you got your financials, and you got your love life. Well, the first 3 you are 100% in control of. Well, you can do the best you can, but you have majority control of the outcome of the first 3. The last one, which is your love life, you got some control of that because your choices is what's going to dictate what kind of relationship you have. So let's attack the first one, mentally. If you want to be your best version, you got to find a way to master those 4 things. You got to find a way to get the best results out of those things, which is your mental, your physical well-being, your financial well-being, and of course, how you manage your relationships. The relationships could be a romantic relationships, the relationship with your life, your relationship with your workplace, your relationship with the people around you. Now, most people in human history, even some of the most successful quote unquote people in life, are never be able to manage all 4 of them well. Well, you must be a good manager of those 4 categories. Maybe you're good financially, but if you're not good mentally, your relationship is crap. I can tell you, you're not gonna be happy in life. Let's say you manage your mental well-being. Well, financially, if you're struggling and your relationship is crap, you're probably not gonna be well. How are you gonna be able to get all 4 of them perfect at the same time? No, but that's the goal. If there is a holy grail, that's the holy grail. Happiness lies on how well you manage those 4 categories in life. It's not about being rich, it's about being poor. We all turn on the news, you see a lot of successful people who are miserable, killing themselves, and you will take the money, but you don't want to swap place with them because of how they're managing the other 4 areas of your life. Now, how do you get better mentally? You get better mentally by managing the situations around you, and I talk about that in previous videos before. Mentally, your mental well-being should be independent of what's going on around you. This is the only one that is one-on-one. When you walk outside each day, you decide what kind of day you're gonna have. Are you gonna have a good day? Are you gonna have a bad day? Situations will happen. How are you gonna manage the situation? People will come. You will come across people in your life who probably not pleasant. How you manage the situation. So, and those comes from doing to manage your well-being. There's a lot of different techniques out there. A lot of people do yoga. A lot of people do meditation. A lot of people go fishing. Some people, even me, I have a few people that I listen to early in the morning. First, each day, I try to grow mentally. I try to learn something throughout the day, and I try to make progress in my relationship, and I try to make progress financially. So mentally each day, first thing I'm gonna do in the day is I'm gonna do my 2, 3, 5 minutes meditation. Second thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna listen to some people who can help me grow spiritually. So for me, some of those 2 I listen to in the morning is Sadhguru, and also there's this wonderful gentleman, I've been listening to him since COVID, Rav Smart. He has a YouTube channel called Infinite Waters. He's really good at balancing things. And if you're trying to growing mentally, it's not about finding entertainment. Entertainment is kind of like, taking a lot of sugar. You're gonna get high very quickly, and then you're gonna crash. Same thing as those motivational videos. Well, you're gonna go high, but you're not gonna be able to sustain that. Don't get me wrong. It's good to be inspired. But if you need something to inspire you, that's a dangerous way to go, because whenever you remove that thing, and the inspiration is gonna go with it, and you're gonna constantly knowing that. When I say I listen to people like Sadhguru and Ralph Smart, which is another guy, you can find your own person, but for me, those are the two that I listen to. And shout out to Infinite Waters and his page, and he's doing amazing work out there. There's a few people doing amazing work. The second part of my day to help me grow mentally, I try to learn something. Now, what do I learn? Now, the good thing, that's the good part of social media these days. You can learn anything. So each day I try to learn something. So I'm trying to get better at Spanish. So I probably pop in some Spanish videos, or I might learn something financially. I might take a class online. I might get some work done. I might go to a training for my job. That's all. The other part of my day, then I move to the physical aspect of life. So, which is where doing some kind of physical activity each day, whether it's washing your car is a physical activity, walking around, go to the gym, whatever you do, find that thing that you enjoy doing, but don't look at it as workout, because your physical well-being is also connected to your mental well-being. If you're not feeling good physically, emotionally, you're not gonna feel well also. So you're trying to connect each one of those four things. You're trying to get them connected, because if one is not well, it's hard to keep the other three going well. So physically, whether I go to the gym at 5 a.m. or whether I go to the gym at 4 p.m., but I'm not gonna skip that. So, and all part of feeling good physically is also eating well. I prep my meal, I take my meal to work. So I try to stay disciplined. I'm not going over the top with it. I'm doing things that I can maintain and improve on little by little. So for me, I love sweet stuff. So I had to learn to dial that down a little bit, little by little. So now, of course, I go to work each day. So now this is why I take care of the financial part of it. When I get to work, I give 100% of myself. If I'm there for 8, 9, 10 hours, typically I work 10 hours a day, sometimes 11, sometimes 12. When I'm there, I give 100% of myself. Once I get out of work, I shut that part down. Of course, unfortunately for my job, I do have a work phone that I do receive call outside of work. That's the part of being in management, but that doesn't mean I don't shut it down. I shut it down. Now I move to the other aspect of my life, which is my relationship, whether I'm gonna go out to dinner, I'm gonna do something, but that's when it's a little bit tricky, because you're dealing with another human being. So you gotta try to sync your schedule with them. You got to be on the same page, and you got to try to communicate. So throughout the day, each day, out of the 365 days in the year, each day I do something to improve those 4 areas. What I'm hoping with, little by little, I improve each day. I'm not trying to make big jumps. For example, if you and your significant others are not communicating well, you guys are not even understanding each other, that's something you can focus on. Now, in each, mentally, physically, financially, in your relationships, each day, if you work on those things, this is where I heard something from Kobe Bryant. If you do a little each day, it's hard for other people to catch up with you. And don't get me wrong, you're not competing with anybody, you're competing with yourself. But you don't have to do big jumps. You just got to do a little bit each day. Just be a better version of yourself than you were yesterday and then the day before. So if you talk about January 1st, if you better in January 2nd than you were January 1st, and you better on the 3rd than you were on the 2nd, you see how that goes. And a lot of time, people tell me, Jackson, yeah, that sounds easy and all. I don't have all the money. Nothing I said have anything to do with money. Money is a part of life. You need money, which is why you go to work. You try to educate yourself. You try to advance your career. But remember, I see 4 categories in life. Each one of those is necessary. I'm not one of those people who tell you, well, work is not important in your relationship. No, each one of them is necessary. How well you manage Each one of them is going to determine how happy you are. It's not about being rich. It's not about being poor. It's not about being good looking, bad looking. And if you go into the gym, you're trying to be buff, you're trying to like show your abs, that's going to crash because now you're looking for approval for people. Everything I'm telling you is a one-on-one thing. When you get home, when nobody's watching, you're not on social media, it's just you with yourself. You can honestly say, you know what, I did some work today. And sometimes the other mistake people make, they give 100% to their jobs, but they have nothing to give to themselves. Well, you're going to do well in your career, but I can guarantee you're going to be a miserable person. It's not about giving 100% to your physical, 100% to your career, 100%. There's only 100%. You got to learn. Sometimes one will become priority over the other one. Sometimes you'll be focused more on your job. You might have to skip 2-3 days of working out, but you got to get back to that balance. You got to find that groove. And once you find that groove, that's the holy grail then. That's the sweet spot that you want. You're able to find balance between all four of those things. You're not going to be able to keep them 25, 25, 25 throughout the year because situations will happen. But the base you need to get back to is get back to balance. You find a lot of people who are great at one thing, but it's merely you find people who are good at managing all four. Because you can be a great manager at work, you can be the most successful person in life, but you're not able to manage the other three, you're going to be a miserable person with a lot of money. So guys, again, I'm going to put out more video. That's one of my That's one of my goals for this year. Again, I had somebody who made comments, Jackson, you're good at making other videos. I'm not trying to get clicks. That's not my goal. If I want to get clicks, I can do that. I know how to do it, and I know I have given people advice on how to do that, and their videos are getting millions of views. That's not my goal. My goal is to live. I've gone to my own journey in life, and I know what it takes to get to certain places in your life where you're comfortable with yourself, you're comfortable in your own skin. That's my goal for you guys. Whether you're a woman or you're a man, if you're a woman and you're looking for approval, you're posting stuff, you're looking for clicks, it's because you're not doing well at managing the four things that I'm talking about. If you're a man, you think the more money I have, the more people are going to like me, the bigger my chest, the more people are going to like me. Again, you have all this all wrong. We live, and I'm going to remind you guys, this is my first video in 2023, but I'm going to remind you again. The world that we live in is as fake as it can get. Everything is an illusion. Practically almost everything you see is an illusion. The people are not real. What you see is not real. What you've been taught from your childhood to now, most of it is not real. Even your own thought process are not real because it's real to you, but if you find a reality base, it will not match up with that. Because we all been coached, we all been told, we all been programmed, we all been just tune on your TV, which is another sort of programming. Tune on your TV, tune on social media, you will see what you see. How is it possible that we all watching the same thing every day when you have millions and millions of people posting stuff? It's all a program. Whether you believe the war, whatever it is, it's all programming. What I want you to do is to step outside of the matrix and be the best version of yourself. Be the most authentic version of yourself. Be the best person you possibly can be. Again, happy 23. I hope you guys can step back, and one advice I will give you, all of you, step back, be honest with yourself. Where do you want to go? Hopefully, it's for you to be the best version of yourself. How do you get there? Well, that's where the four categories I mentioned comes into. In 2022 and the years before, how did you do? What did you do well? What did you not do well? I give you a perfect example. If you believe the biggest setback you have in life is managing your emotions, then make that your goal in 2023. And don't try to make big jumps. Maybe I give you a simple little example. Maybe that comes, you're having a good day and then you start driving to work, somebody cuts you off, boom. That derails your whole day. So maybe focus on that. Next time somebody does something that you usually get angry at, which is that right there is your trigger, try to identify that trigger and then try to work on that. I guarantee you, if you try to work on it each day, little by little, people cutting you in traffic, it's not going to have any effect on you. It's not going to have any effect on you mentally. Each day, you decide what kind of day you're going to have, and you're going to get to the point where you're like, okay, people are going to start telling you things. You're going to start hearing people say, but you're always happy. You always seems like nothing bothers you, which is not true. But you get better at managing those things. You get better at managing your emotions. Whenever you get triggered, it's a weakness. Don't blame the other parties for you getting angry. Step back and say, okay, I have a blind spot. Once you identify that blind spot, you target it and you work on it. I'm not talking about anything complicated here. I'm just talking about simple, basic stuff. But you got to be willing to do the work. You never seen somebody who's miserable with their job every day. They're always complaining about the job. They're always complaining about the partner in the relationship. They're always talking about they don't have enough money. And you ask them, what are you doing about it? They always have a target. They always have somebody to blame. But they never step back to say, okay, where do I come into all this? The most common denominator into the whole equation is you. But that will require people to face themselves. That will require people to do some work. And that work is not easy. It is hard work. When you strip yourself down to the bones and you say, okay, let me see what I'm made of. Oh, that part works. That doesn't work. That helps me. It ain't help me. If you pass 25, you're still complaining about things, you're still complaining about what people done to you, I can guarantee you something is wrong with that. The last thing things will happen. But learn to manage them. Again, take care of your mental, take care of your physical, take care of your financials, and take care of your relationships. And with the good part of taking care of your mentors is the kind of people you surround yourself to. You should surround yourself with the kind of people who will uplift you, who will keep you away from drama. Somebody who will bring you something every day that will help you grow. If somebody's constantly complaining, they're bringing drama to you, well, that's the lowest vibration right there. It might make you feel good for a second. It might go, at least my life is not as bad as that. But that's not going to help you grow. If you're going to run to alcohol to make yourself feel better, well, again, in the short term, yes, the next 2-3 hours, you're going to feel great. If you're looking to hang out and be seen and well, that will work. But when you come, at the end of the day, when you come home, you go to sleep in your bed, or you're in the shower, you're looking at it, it's a one-on-one situation. So again, have a great 2023. And I hope everybody is able to get to the best version keep working on the best version of themselves. And little by little, you get closer to the person that you want to be, which is happy. The only thing you can control is your own happiness. So work on that. Peace out. Again, this video was dedicated to my grandma. And one of my goals this year is to try to apply almost everything she taught me. And again, grandma, rest in peace. Hopefully one day we'll see each other again, and thank you. Guys, enjoy your life, okay?